Hello, welcome to another Gundam Battle Operation 2 video. That is the Geymalk, or I'm not sure how you're supposed to pronounce it, although I jokingly call it the Geymalk, but the Geymalk. The suit's here. Yeah, they built it up by having the Gazu's the last banner. We'll see how it is now, and I'll say it's okay. We'll get into it first with the specs here. It's got 24,000 health, pretty tanky. It's a set of health there. That's how you know it's a big old suit, comparable to the Zoc and the Zamel. You have 25 ballistic resistance and 29 beam resistance. So almost 30 beam resistance. That can make it. You can definitely boost that up, get it real tanky. It's got 6 melee resistance. To be fair, it is a big ol' support. It's probably gonna have like close to nothing. 45 range strength and 15 melee strength, and it also shares the same speed with the double Zeta, which again just shows how lame the double Zeta is compared to everything else. This thing is filled to the brim with weapons, and it's the same speed as the double Zeta. Uh, uh, but yeah. So you can see the stats there. You can definitely make this a very tanky lass. Uh, Definitely on the beam side of things, which is good for 650. It's also got a little bit of melee on it too, which will help it with one of its skills later on. Guess we'll go ahead and do slots. About 6 close, 13 mid, and 26 long. Obviously, you want to be shooting people. And now we get into our weapons here. We have the Mega Particle Cannon, the arm, which each shot you shoot 2, and each shot does 350 power, has a 90% heat rate, but it does have 400 range, which is pretty nice. Pretty short ready up time. And apparently that's its primary weapon there. Oh, it's got the Geymalk Beam Saber, which is 2,600 damage. Its downswing is the good old poke. I think it's the same as the Gundam Marine type and the Zaku 3s, where they just jab forward. You'll see it in this match or maybe the next. Yeah, those Mega Particle Cannons, they also stun in one hit. You can instantly just shoot them out and you'll get stunned with it, no matter if one hits or both of them hits, that's pretty nice. Secondary weapons here, you got the shoulder beam cannons, which is 1,500 each shot. Since you shoot 2, one of those does 1,500. Got 95% heat rate, even more heat rate, and then 500 range. And these things have a lot of ready up time. I almost disagree with the ready up time on this. Actually, you know what? I do disagree with it. It's really annoying. Like, if you want to start comboing with people, like range combos, you have to start with the shoulder cannons. You'll see me plenty of times here where, which I should mention, that both of these matches, one's in space, one's on the ground that you're watching right now. I do try to pull up my shoulder cannons, and you'll see it just takes so long to ready up. So if you want to start a combo, you want to go with the shoulder cannons first, and then use what you think would be appropriate next, whether it be your hand cannons or poor C1, or do your funnels. Which, speaking of funnels, well, actually no. Before we go to the funnels, we have the barrage. The Mega Particle Cannon barrage, which I didn't count how many lasers it shoots out, but each one does 800 power. It has a 100% heat rate and 500 range, and it requires you to charge for a few seconds. That move can be really scary at close range, but it does have some pretty hefty downsides with this suit, which I'll get into when I talk about the downsides. But it can also hit again, it's 500 range, and each one of those stuns. Although you don't want to shoot it too far out, because it does spread out. It's almost like a shotgun effect, I want to say. But yeah, if you want to shoot it out, if you want to snipe somebody with it, get ready to see like 500 damage. But if you want to do close range, you might, if you can coordinate with your team, or you get a cheeky a cheeky full barrage off at point blank, you will get at least, not least, but you can get up to 10,000 damage, which that's pretty hefty. You got the triple grenade launchers, which 350 power each. They have 6 rounds and 300 range. I believe, if I remember correctly, it takes 3 of those missiles to stun. They fire decently fast. Good for just throwing out some more damage out, or if you don't want to waste any of your beam stuff, try and get a stun off for your teammates with that. I think they might be good for damaging legs. I don't remember exactly. But it also is ballistic damage, and for suits that have low ballistic damage, you can use those to get some extra damage off. And then now we get to the funnels. You have the child funnels. Well, you have two. You have the mother funnels and the child funnels. I guess I'll start off with the mother funnel first, because children come from the mother. You have the mother funnels, which are a pursuit kind of thing. They work like the Cubelays. They follow the ones where they follow around you. They actually do pretty good damage. 1,000 damage each, 80% heat rate, 350 range. You can shoot those pretty far, and I'm surprised with how much damage I do with those. I like to combine them with the child funnels, which you shoots out 6. It's a pincer one. It's got 250 power for each shot, 55 heat rate and 300 range. Really good to combo with your mother funnels, or with your any of your other weapons, really. Good pressure with those. And now we get to some skills, which it doesn't have shock dampeners, nor damage control, which is surprising at this cost, and that will lead me into the negatives about it. After these, the rest of these skills here, it does have precision shelling, which is a very weird one to have, especially with how big the suit is and with how just 650 is, how it's just a range. A lot of it's a range game sometimes. Really weird to have precision shelling. I don't know if that works for its funnels or not. Like if you get extra damage if you crouch, or what if you're crouching and then you send them out, then you stand back up? Do they still work like you're crouching? I don't know how that works. You got blast stabilizer, which kind of gives more leaning into it for it being, you can use it in close range, so if you can stab somebody and they explode on you, you won't be affected. Also, why did my team back away? I could have just ended that O's life if I wanted to. It does have ambac for in space, which pretty good in space if you don't get attacked. It has the buffers for its back, and then the Psycho Field, which at 8,000 health, which would be 30% of your health, you will gain a buff to where you basically gain shock dampeners, and you take less range damage, which the range damage part is excellent. And then honestly, I wish the suit just had shock dampeners in the first place, or just something similar. Maybe have the I actually know it probably wouldn't have what the full armor Haiku Shiki has, so it can't really have that unless it does, and they didn't want to put it in, but maybe that's what the Psycho Field is. But I feel like it should have shock dampeners already. Oh, hey, 6th place, by the way. That was one of my first few matches. This one's in space. This next one here. But yeah, and that can be really useful for keeping yourself alive. If you're being chased by like one person or two, because it'll take longer for you to get stunned. You won't get stunned in one shot anymore. And it can work well with your barrage attack, which just charging up in front of somebody, they have to make a decision quick, and that can be fucking terrifying. And then the full power tackle, which I hope that's not the support version of heavy attack. I really hope it's not. But the full power tackle, which you just tackle somebody. It also works if you're at 30% health. And what it does is if you tackle somebody, they get heavy staggered, which I guess they can't make you violently explode like the character that pilots is, what's her name, Chara Soon, like she does in Double Zeta. Instead, you just heavy stagger them, and that can lead to a lot of follow-ups. You can do for one, you're guaranteed a downswing unless an enemy's nearby, then you just won't get it off. But you're guaranteed a downswing, or at least a melee attack. You can also do another restun if they get ready. Maybe you can wait until they do a dodge roll, and then you can follow up with a stun. A lot of potential with that full power tackle. I don't believe it gives you more damage, but it's pretty useful because oftentimes I know myself and a lot of people that play supports, when they tackle somebody, after they do like sometimes in the middle of their melee, they don't get a counter, and their tackle just did nothing to them, and they're just left to essentially just fucking die, even more than they already were going to when somebody runs up on them with melee. So it's useful to have a tackle that at least can do something in your favor, even if you completely read somebody and the game doesn't help you at all. Also, you're about to witness a Gilgamesh versus Enkidu here, where I'm fighting this Toadstrider, and then another Geymalk appears, and we just slug it out. For some reason, the Toadstrider just goes away. He could have helped his teammate here, but instead we're just going to be fighting each other. We're just going to be slugging it out. But yeah, full power tackle. Which I actually will use to my advantage here in this fucking slowest Dragon Ball Z fight ever. But yeah, anyway. So some upsides for this suit. It definitely has damage going for it. Like, if you can hit most of your shots and start racking up damage, it will rack up damage. And of course, that barrage attack just shit all over people with damage, especially if you hit at a very close range. It can work really well if you're teaming up with somebody and just dumping on people. The funnels can also add up a lot of damage over time as well. Overall, this suit does have the range damage that you're looking for. And barely got away with 255 health left. Oh my goodness. And then I finally died. Oh well. That was an immovable object versus I can't remember the phrase. I'm too tired right now. But yeah, this thing does have damage, and of course that full power tackle with the Psycho Field can be a huge boost in your favor when in like 1v1 engagements. But now we get to some downsides. For one, I hate the ready up times on some of these weapons. The shoulder cannon, I hate it. I wish it should be like free flowing. It should feel like almost like the full armor Haiku Shiki, where you can start with like pretty much any weapon you want. But I mean, you can do with the missiles, but just start somewhere and then just start going ham on people. This one, you kind of want to start off with the shoulder cannons first, and then go into your hand melee, and then you want to go to your funnels. If they're far away, you probably want to do your funnels first, then try to get stun off. Yeah. hate the ready up time on the shoulder cans. I get caught trying to I think you just saw me do it right there, where I'm like, okay, gotta get ready to shoot this guy. Shoulder cans, let's go. And you wait forever. Another thing is that you heard me earlier when I was discussing the skills. It doesn't have shock dampeners nor damage control, and this is 650. And this suit is also big, and it's slow, 105 speed, and it's massive. This thing's going to get stunned a lot, and it's very frustrating, especially when there's a front line going on, and some general chucklefuck decides to shoot the very back line to stun you when you're in the middle of doing something, or you just get repeatedly stunned, and you literally can't do anything about it because you're so big. You just can't do anything. Or, what you just witnessed there, where you'll get stunned by teammates. Although that one could have been avoided if he didn't send his tri-blades directly towards me, but you know what I mean, where people can accidentally hit you because of your size. And of course, the Psycho Field, that leaves you 8,000 health, but 8,000 health is chump change. I believe I made this same argument for the O's ability, where, I forgot to mention the Psycho Field too. Funnels take a longer time they take 200% longer to focus on you, like the O's. But yeah, again, like with the O's, the Psycho ability, 8,000 health, a lot of suits in 650, that is just easy damage for them to do. I think I had a moment to where I instantly, reached 8,000 health, and then a Toad Strider decided to go fucking ham on me with a downswing, and I'm still just nearly dead. So by the time I get up and try to do something, I can only either tackle, which was not available for me to do at the moment, or try and shoot him real fast. But oh my god, it's 8,000 health is really easy. Honestly, I think it should have been, this thing should have had some kind of passive defensive skill, like shock dampeners from the start, or it activates at half health. That way it can be just really like a menace. But sometimes it just ends up, sometimes the suit, you just feel like you're being a pest instead of, a monster to be dealt with. I know when I fought a few Geymalks already, with generals like the O, it's like, oh, hey, okay, Geymalk, okay, I'm going to maneuver armor through everything you do, and then I'm just going to stun you, and then I'm going to melee you to death. Which, oh hey, mission complete. Let's see what we got going on here first. Mission completed. Good old pose on him. My oven mitts. Oh, Ray type did really good. Gonna praise him and, somebody else. Yeah, the Dryson. Enemy team got mollywop, by the way. 24,000, 5,000. And hey, third place, 3-1, and pretty good pursuit assist as well. Not too bad of a match. Geymalk's pretty good, just if you have momentum on your side, it can carry that momentum pretty far. Back to what I was saying, though, is a lot of the stuff that Geymalk can do, a lot of generals at 650 can just straight up deny you, or actually just straight up counter you, which is weird. Obviously, something like the Dovin Wolf, it has shock dampeners and damage control, so it's going to be hard to stun that in the first place. But then you have the Toad Strider and the O. They have maneuver armor, they have instant stun weapons, and even if you activate your Psycho Field, the O has ways to stop you in your tracks, like how it does with against the Dovin Wolf with its main beam cannon, and then follows up with those little smaller ones. Toad Strider also has maneuver armor. It can just spam funnels at you all day, every day. A lot of build-up stun with that suit, specifically. And of course, if you get caught, if your enemies just decide to fucking leave you behind, you're pretty much good as dead, even with that Psycho Field on. Eventually, you're going to get shot enough times, you're just going to get stunned, or hit enough times, you just can't tackle everything. And of course, so leads to the biggest thing of all, is that this suit heavily relies on having a good team, and that really can go for every support. But there's a lot of supports that have autonomy. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but there's a lot of supports that can work like by themselves, or they can work well. Of course, they'll work even better with teams, but like if they get separated, they can at least fend themselves off pretty well. They can do something, like the C1. The C1 is still one of the best supports. And then the Haikushiki, which the full armor Haikushiki, I've been loving that thing even more and more now. That thing just feels smooth as butter, getting damage off. It just barfs out damage. And it also has force injectors, and it's like one of my go-to space supports to play because it just feels nice to play along with the C1. But with the Geymalk, you kind of have to play with your team or you're just going to get fucking destroyed. You can put up a fight because a lot of your stuff can stun, but because of your slow ready up times on some of your weapons, you're going to have a little bit of trouble. And then, of course, you do have your tackle, your full power tackle, and your psycho field. That can help you for a little while. If you're fighting like one person, you can at least get back to where your team is, which could be helpful. But it can be hard sometimes. I say that having played a few matches with this already, and then fighting against a few of these. The Psycho Field does not deter me at all when I'm playing something like the O, or even the Mark V, which the Mark V has no trouble getting past that as well. Or at least to keep the pressure up on you. But it does have its strengths though. The Geymalk, I think, it's a good suit. I don't think it's the best support. I think damage wise it's up there. It's got really good damage, and of course if you're working with a team and you're getting off like constant full barrages off, you can be a excellent just scary suit. But if you don't have a team working with you consistently and you're just coming out just to get shot at once and then just getting sliced and diced by every general and raid out there, even other supports, you become more of a pest. You become the first half of Double Zeta. You become a villain in the first half of Double Zeta instead of a villain in the later half of Double Zeta. But yeah, I do think it's a good suit if you work with your team, and that's just how supports are. I do wish it had stuff like shock dampeners or something, or maybe just the psycho field activated halfway through your health. 'Cause I think it would have been fine, not overpowered, because we do have suits that are like ranged monsters that have that kind of stance, if that's the word I'm looking for, like the Dovin Wolf. And the Dovin Wolf can be, it's always a scary suit to fight for people that are not prepared for it. And the Geymalk is just pretty much a support version of the Dovin Wolf if it had that psycho field on, a little bit earlier than 8,000 health. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe if you want. I'd really appreciate it. And, type up in the comment section what you feel about the Geymalk. Do you like it? Do you hate it? I do like the Geymalk, like design-wise. I do like some of its moves. But there's just some faults in it that I don't think I'll be playing it too much, really. If I have to be, like, dead honest. I think I'd rather play more, the C1 and the Full Armor Haikushiki, especially the Full Armor Haikushiki, because it does have I can't remember the name of that skill. It and the XS has it in their chest, but it works with the Full Armor Haikushiki more because it's a little bit more compact compared to the XS. And you can tank shots, you can be equally tanky as the Geymalk, and you still give off a lot of damage, constant damage. But there are some uses for the Geymalk. I think it can be real useful for like clan matches or what is the name of that? I can't believe I'm forgetting a lot of things here. The match type with the bars and the everybody cost. You know which one I'm talking. Mix up mode. There we go. Mix up mode. I did not remember that. But mix up mode, yeah. it can be pretty fun if you want to, do the Gazus, which with the Geymalk. That'd be a pretty fun thing to do. I haven't seen anybody do that yet, surprisingly. Even though we've had mix-up mode all day, pretty much, nobody's done it. Come on now, you're supposed to work together. But yeah, definitely the Geymalk has its uses, and if you have the Geymalk and nothing else, I think you're still in good standing because it does, again, like I said, it has good damage potential. You just have to, if you're playing with randoms, just make sure you're moving with the team and you have spatial awareness, because you saw in that match I probably could have done a lot of things if the team, if I was paying more attention with the team, or if the team was paying more attention with me. So keep that in mind. You'll do good with the Geymalk because I've seen people get a lot of damage off with it. But for me, I think I'll stick with the Scene 1 and the Full Armor Haikushiki. And with that, I'll see you guys later. Bye.